Melissa and welcome to Introvert Reads. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing another one of my favorite video games. And if you guys like the books that you guys can choose your own adventures, I think those were like, the child books that you read growing up. This is one of those games you have to check out. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So the game that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is Life is Strange. And there is 3 games from the Don't Nod, I believe that's the production people that created this game. There is 3 games, and what I'm going to be telling you guys about is the first game, Life is Strange. Not the prequel to it, not Life is Strange 2, just Life is Strange. So, in the beginning of the game, you play a gal named Max. You play Max through the whole thing, I'm just going to be honest with you on that. You play her, and when you first start out with, you're like in a storm. Like, it is cloudy, you can't really see, it's dark, you're in these woods, there's wind blowing, rain's falling on you, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? So you start walking up this like little hill up into like a lighthouse. And at that lighthouse, it's overlooking the water, and you see the town. And then you see, now I forgot what the name is called, I know I've written down somewhere, but I can't find it. There was a tornado coming in, but it was all of water, and it goes over the town and it destroys it. And then the next thing you know, Max wakes up in her classroom. She's like, oh, it's just a dream. Okay. So you go and you listen to your teacher. Like, you're literally sitting in the classroom listening to your teacher talking about photography and art and stuff like that. And Max is a photographer. And one of the things that you can do, and this is one of those things that I really like doing for the game, is the interactions. You could practically interact with anything. Like, you could look at her notebook and she'll say like, oh, this is just the place where I keep notes, really nothing important. And she has one of those old Polaroid cameras. So you pick it up and you take a picture, you take a selfie, and the teacher's just like, now, that what Max did is what you guys call now a selfie, but who actually was the first person that actually did a selfie? And you got a history lesson. And so you get to play that, and then class ends and you leave, and then you go to the bathroom. Max was saying like, oh gosh, I need to go to the bathroom. So you have to find the bathroom in the school. So you go in there and you see this blue butterfly, and as Max, you take a picture of the blue butterfly. And then you hear noises outside, so you like run into one of the empty stalls and you just hide. And a guy comes in and you're just like, what the heck is this guy doing here? And then a girl follows in and she's just like, did you check and make sure that the coast was clear? He's just like, yeah, of course I already checked. You did it, And they start arguing. And the next thing you know is the guy pulls out a gun and shoots the gal, and Max sees it all. And Max comes out of the stall, starts screaming, and what she does, she holds out her hand like, stop, and then you see this flash of rewinding everything, and boom, you're right back in the classroom. Same thing happened, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? Same thing what Max is saying. She's just like, I have no idea what the heck's going on. So she's just like, okay, if someone does this, that means it's happening again, and it'll do it. And same thing with like taking a selfie, and the teacher's just like, oh, yeah, that's what, Max is doing is called a selfie, but do you know who was actually the first person that did the selfie? Same thing. So you're just like, what the heck's going on? So now as Max, you want to go and save that girl that did get shot, but now you don't want that to happen at all. So this game is a lot of like, you have choices you do make. And when Max has this time travel power, that yes, with that she has choices she needs to make, but she's using it also as an investigation purposes. In the school there is a missing girl. Her name is Rachel, and Rachel goes missing. You have to excuse my dog. She's playtime, I guess. And you're going to be investigating her disappearance and just trying to figure out what happened to her, where the evidence leads. You're gonna be investigating. And what I do like about this game is the investigation stuff. You could go into, you know, your room, you know, a friend's room, an enemy's room, and just like look at everything, interact with everything. And I really do like that concept, although it could be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're new to this, but it's really fun. And gotta get a little bit of like a little side note, there is talk of suicide, so if you guys are really okay with those, you know, probably should not play the game, but there is suicide in here. So, you know, there is so many decisions that you have to make in the game, and whatever decision that you're gonna make in the game, it actually reflects it into the next game, Life is Strange 2. So, and I played it already twice, and yeah, it does change things. You know, there's these certain characters that come up that were in the original Life is Strange game, and you get to hear what happened with their lives after Life is Strange. So it is really, really unique. I do love Max. I love the characters in the game. There is so many people in there that you're just gonna hate, you're gonna like, you're gonna feel sorry for. You know, there's just so much. And if you... I'm sorry, my Google was just started talking to me. Okay. And you know, you're gonna see and meet so many different people, and I really do like that about this game. So I do have a tip for you. If you guys do happen to play this game, it's to pay attention to everything, your surroundings, what Max is saying, what other characters are saying. Look around the rooms and put pieces together, because they will help you. You know, you can like learn something about someone that you could use either for or against them, you know, in, you know, future episodes. You know, you really have to pay attention. So it's so good, and I really do love the soundtrack. That's another thing what I like about this game is the soundtrack. It's indie music, but it's very relaxed and very catchy. You know, the first song, I think it's called American Girl, and it is such a good song, and I actually have the soundtrack, and I would play it all the time, like in the car, when I was at work I used to play it, and whatever song that popped on, you know, it would spark a memory from the video game. I'm just like, oh, this is the part when this happened, you know, and I would just like replay in my head, and I'm like doing stuff, you know, or I'm driving, you know, and I'm just like, gosh, what a darn good game. I really do enjoy this game so much, so I do highly recommend you guys to give it a shot. So there is a couple of things that I do want to say. I did mention there is a talk of suicide. There is also scenes of drug usage, so if those are sensitive topics, you know, get somebody to tell you what happens in the story, or just don't play the game at all. So those are just some things that do happen. Again, you are, you know, in high school, you're actually on a campus. You know, Max actually does live on the campus. She has her own dorm. So yeah, there is a lot of drama in here. There's a lot of bullying. You just, you know, again, if they're sensitive topics, please stay away from it. So that is it on my talk with Life is Strange. I know it sounds like super short, but it's very clear and straight to the point. It is a story game. It is a decision-based game. If you guys like, you know, the idea of playing Life is Strange and you want to play other games, there is the prequel, Before the Storm, that is out, and you got Life is Strange 2, which is out as well. So if you guys want to get involved in those games, please do so. If you guys have played the games, please let me know in the comments below, because I would like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this game. If you guys liked the video, please give this a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!